caused by many different things, has many symptoms, and can also be treated in many ways. Have you ever felt down and out? Do you ever feel helpless or worthless? You just can't seem to be happy no matter what you do. If you ever feel like this, it could be a symptom of depression. Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nora Uniyazi binti Muhammad Effendi and I'm from class MC1101A. My purpose here is to inform the audience about taking depression seriously, and I'm going to help the person who has depression. So each day, many college students suffer from depression. The stress of being in a strange location, working, and attending school at the same time can be a big deal to handle. The reason I know some information about depression is because I have a close friend of mine that has gone through depression. Let me tell you what depression is. Depression is a common and dangerous medical disorder that has a negative impact on how you feel, think, and act. It is luckily treatable. Depression leads to a feeling of sadness and or loss of interest in activities that you once enjoyed. It can cause a number of mental and physical problems, as well as a reduction in your capacity to operate at home or at school. Now that you know what depression is, let me tell you about the symptoms. Depression expresses itself in such a variety of ways. The effect of depression symptoms can range from mild to severe. Here are some of the symptoms you could experience if you have depression. First is feeling of worthlessness. We all have low self-esteem moments and times when we feel we've let ourselves and others down. Maybe you missed a deadline at work or received a poor grade at school. Feeling emotionally frustrated with our acts or behavior is a common way of dealing with disappointment. If you are sad, you could feel worthless or incompetent in many aspects of your life. Next is have a thought of harming yourself. When under a massive stress or suffering mental health issues, some people may believe that there is only one way to find relief, which is self-harm and suicide. You may have suicidal thoughts on a daily basis or wonder what life would be like without you. You can even get to the point where you plan out how you'll do it in your head. Sometimes this type of people need someone to help them, like be with them and also talk to them when they need someone. Third is uncontrollable emotions. You sometimes feel like an angry outburst, then you start crying all of a sudden. Nothing outside of you caused the change, yet your emotions are unstable at the worst. Depression can cause mood swing, and you don't even know what is happening to you. There is a lot more symptoms like feeling sad, loss of energies, and have a trouble sleeping or sleeping too much. So that I've given you several examples of depression and symptoms, now I'm going to explain you how to properly treat your depression and also how to prevent it. Professional therapy is commonly used to treat depression. It can also be managed with medication recommended by a psychiatrist. People suffering from depression can be treated as a patient or, in some cases, hospitalized. According to WEBMD.com, depression can be prevented in many different ways, such as getting enough sleep, eating well, exercise regularly, getting regular medical checkups, or see a doctor if you don't feel right. It is important to take it seriously because depression is a common illness worldwide with more than 264 million people affected. Depression can lead to suicide. Many people die from suicide every year, and suicide is one of the causes children die in such a young age. It is so heartbreaking when we can't help other people to prevent it, but there's always a way to stop this case from becoming increasingly. Last but not least, being there for them. People with depression already tend to isolate themselves and feel alone. We need to be by their side, but we don't want to interrupt their privacy because we all need privacy, right? And we also don't want to be there too much because that will make them think like maybe something is wrong with me, that people always have to be with me because I'm not right or maybe has a problem. We don't want to make them feel that way. People with depression will have an anxiety and they will overthink too much until they become stressed, so we don't want to do that to them. These are some of the information that I've shared about taking depression seriously. So, all things considered, depression is a real, and we also need to remember that there is also a different types of depressive disorders. We need to know more about that to have a new knowledge and take this case seriously. Be kind to each other and always help people when they need help, because sometimes a small thing to us means a lot to them. I guess that's all for me. Thank you for lending me your ears. Have a good day. Assalamualaikum. Bye.